Judge, today's case is not so happy hour.
Anger, alcohol, and an automobile that occasionally disappears. This case has a little bit of everything.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Erica Epperson and Cornelius Epperson. Mr. and Mrs. Epperson, you have been together for 10 years, married for 10 months, and you were in trouble already. Mrs. Epperson, you are seeking almost $2,000 for rent, and I want to talk about that momentarily, but before we do, Mrs. Epperson, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and what's gone wrong in that 10 months?
Just in a nutshell, I am here because I want to save my marriage.
Okay.
But I am dealing with the narcissist. He's controlling. He stalks me. He'll take my checks, you know. It's a lot, you know, and just...
Give me an example of a stalking.
Well, okay, well, literally, it was the time where I needed him to take me somewhere. And he actually said no. So I called for a ride. And he actually followed us all the way where I needed to go just to make sure that's where I was going.
Now, Mr. Epperson, did that happen?
I believe it did, but it wasn't for stalking, though.
Okay, well, why don't you tell me why that occurred?
Because for the simple fact, Your Honor, when she gets in the car, she goes places, whatever. So I did follow her. She was drinking. This was at night that she's talking about. It wasn't going to a job. It was supposed to be a cousin of hers. So I did follow her to see where it was because, like I said, I think that she's having affairs or whatever. I'm not sure. I haven't had any real proof, but I followed her for the simple fact that I want to make sure she's okay. I don't know where she be or who she be with half of the time.
She says that in the beginning she asked you for a ride. Wouldn't the easiest way to confirm where she's going is to take her there yourself?
And that's what I normally do, Your Honor. Okay, the job that I have, I leave my job, I go pick her up, I take her to work.
Right.
I have to leave my job to go pick her up from work.
Right.
So I'm constantly leaving back. So I'm working 3 or 4 hours a day instead of my whole 8 hours. Far as taking her, I do take her where she goes. I've got another car, I purchased another vehicle so she can get back and forth to where she needs to go to work.
Right.
Not to go gallivanting or doing whatever else she's be doing.
So, well, you didn't answer my question, which was, you know, why didn't you just take her?
Well, again, I do take her and...
No, that particular time.
She wasn't going to work, Your Honor.
I understand that. So you mean to tell me you won't give her a ride anywhere unless she's going to work?
No,
she has to
no.
find a ride from somebody else and you follow her as opposed to taking her yourself? That don't make a lot of sense.
That's not true what she's saying. Again, I followed her because she's drinking or whatever, and I want to know where she's going and who she's been with. It's not to work. I take her anywhere she asks me to take her. If she asks me to go to even places that I think she shouldn't be going, I will take her there.
Is that true, Mrs. Epperson? He takes you to places no matter what?
And I'm glad we could bring that back up. Now, he did say he bought another vehicle, right? So when he bought this vehicle, okay, we had one already. Then he bought the other vehicle.
Was that the second one?
That's correct.
Okay.
So when that vehicle came into our driveway, I said, hey, babe, so what is that? It's mine. Mind you, he just said it was for me. That's his vehicle. Now, when both vehicles is his, he bought them both. Now, when he gets upset with me, like he said, if I'm doing something he doesn't want me to do or feels like that's the right thing to do, he'll take the vehicle and hide it at a family member's house. I can't get to work. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's been plenty of incidents that's happened.
Do you hide the car from her if she's not behaving?
No, I took the car twice because, again, when she's drinking, she drinks. She has a problem. She drinks.
Do you believe she's an alcoholic?
She's an alcoholic, yes, she is. When she drinks, she drives. I don't want her driving
and drinking.
None
of us do.
I care for my wife. I don't want her to hurt herself or anybody else. So, yes, I will take the car and I puts it up.
The drinking is not why he did that. I'm completely sober. It's just when he doesn't get his way. Now, I do drink. I can't help it when I come into...
Can you give me an example one time with, like, you weren't drunk, you were going to work or something, and he still hid the car?
Oh, yeah. That's plenty. But literally one time I said, I'm at the house, and I mean, of course, he'll take it. You know what I mean? So we get into our little confrontations, and basically it's just communication as far as any issue that we may have, and he can't seem to just listen. You know, it's just his way or no way. So no matter what I say, how I feel, it's just, no, you know?
No,
so no offense,
no.
once he, that's why I said once I feel that way, no offense, yes, I need a drink. Because I can't deal with this energy. I can't do that.
So you've never taken the car from her as punishment for not agreeing with you?
No,
She can always get to work on her own, on the car, it's not a problem.
First of all, I purchased the vehicle for me and my wife and my household. I take the car. If you pack up your stuff and you think you're gonna leave me, bye, go. But you're not gonna be taking this car over to where you be at, doing what you wanna do with somebody else or whatever. This car is for my family, my life, me and my spouse. When she goes out and goes to where she's gonna be drinking, I know you're going over there, that's where you go to drink at, I'm going to take that vehicle. Anytime you come home, you have access to that vehicle.
But you got to be sober.
Yes.
But you
yes.
got to be.
I mean,
now, Ms.
that's
Epperson, now
common
be
sense to me.
honest. Now be honest.
I am, Your Honor.
Do you drink too much? Do you have an issue with drinking?
No. That's why I said now this is why he brings up the drinking. Because when I do drink, I say something to him. So I'm quiet normally. So I let a lot of things go. You know what I mean? Us women, we may keep holding stuff in. So, I mean, after maybe a good cup of tequila, I do feel like I can tell him how I feel. So once I direct that, and I understand that my direction may be a little harsh when I'm coming off that way, but I've held this in. And I mean, like I said, we've been together for 10 years, so I've been holding this in for a long time.
Give me examples of things that you've had. I need some stories. You both have different points of view, but I don't have any way to assess them because I don't have any facts.
Okay.
Tell me some stories about him withholding the car even when you weren't drinking, something like that.
So, this was at night, literally. Not drinking at all, just sat there. I wanted to talk to him about some issues we were having. At that moment, when it got too deep, he broke the table. And then called
Mr. Epperson, what's your version of that event?
I don't actually remember why it was, but I know it was upsetting me, and to keep my hands off you, you aggravated me, and I said, leave it alone, let it go. She don't want to leave it alone, so I just hit the table and said, just leave me alone. And I hit the table, and it's a glass table, and it broke. That's what that was about.
But you don't remember what it was about?
No, because it's either about me doing something, cheating or whatever that I don't do since I've been with her. Her idea of me cheating is that I was with one of my exes. While we was together, I met her then, and we started dealing with each other. But I was still in that relationship. It was one of my ex-wives.
Oh, I got you. You guys are talking philosophy, but you don't understand the nature of the trouble that you have. You don't have any idea what's going wrong at your house. Do you drink too much?
No.
How often do you drink?
Socially, maybe like twice, let me see, like twice a month.
Or twice a whole
Twice a
day?
month?
I said maybe like twice a month. I mean,
So
it's
you
like
don't drink when you guys get to arguing and you need to relax, you don't have a drink?
Now, I would say, but we don't talk that much.
We're in court.
You see what I'm saying? Like as you see, like we don't, I hold more things in. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, by the time I have to get to the issue and I want to talk to him about it, he does this. No, because the craziest thing is just like you asked him about an incident that he flipped around something completely different. He still didn't say what happened on what happened there. He went to something else that honestly I didn't want. I'm like, he wanted to bring it up in court, but I wasn't going to bring that part up because that was a different
Different incident. Yeah,
different incident.
Yeah.
So the incident that you asked him about, he still went around. He didn't answer it. And like you asked him, did I hit him? Now, this was in Maryland.
I thought drinking.
Right?
You're drinking.
No, just saying we were.
No, we're not. Do you see there?
Okay.
You
I
want to talk about her.
apologize.
No. Don't apologize. Listen and learn.
Okay.
You want to talk about her drinking, and that's all you want to talk about.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about a specific incident. Whether or not she was drinking during it, you can tell me that. But I was talking about the incident, so you can't tell me it's about the drinking. Because it's not. It's about what I asked. You with me? I want you to hear that, Mr. Epperson. You get stuck on things.
Thank you.
So give me an example of why you say he's a controlling narcissist.
Like if I'm working, he'll say, give me a check, babe. Give me the check.
lying.
You know what I mean?
Stop,
Give me
Mr.
a check.
Epperson.
So I'll give him the check. I'll give him the check. He'll put it in, his account. Once I realized, so I said, now, if I want to get my hair done or something like that, it's, oh, well, I had to do this, or, I had to do this. Where's the money that I just worked for? Why is this going towards something for you?
Do you have just one bank account?
At that time, I didn't have one, so I would put it into his.
And you couldn't get your money back out. Mr. Epperson, what is your response to that?
It's totally lying. Again, this is one of the problem. I do not take her checks. A couple of times, she got her check. She came, she said, babe, here. Before the day was over with, where my money at? And I don't spend her money or anything. I gives it back because I don't want no issues with it. I'm not that type of person. I get my own money. I do not get her checks. I don't cash. And me and her never had a bank account where she put money into my account. Never. So I don't know where all this is coming from.
So you're saying she's making that up out of whole cloth?
That's totally fabricated.
Yes, okay. Now that's what I said. Now let me bring up a family member of mine. Let me just put that in there. So that's what I said. Once again, I go out. I picked up a family member, right? I was out. I'm a grown woman. I can stay out. Now he pulls up behind me and gets out the car and says, oh, this what we doing? This what we doing? Once he realizes it's a family member of mine, he just says, oh, hi, and gets back to his car and pulls off.
Okay, what's your version of that event?
That is true. Again, it's the area where she be's at. It's the area where she's at, where she's drinking and everything. In the vehicle, again. It's always with the drinking. I'm sorry, but that's what my whole issues is. I went by, I seen a guy in the car with her. I came up, they sitting up there, he laid back, rear back, chilling. Okay, you're a married woman. So who is this you chilling with? I came up again, yes, that's your family member. Okay, it's not a problem, and I'm gone.
How are you going to stand here and say all of that negative stuff about him and still stay? I don't understand. If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. You guys are talking philosophy, but you don't understand the nature of the trouble that you have. You don't have any idea what's going wrong at your house. You guys get stuck on, well, if this happens, then I do that. If that happens, then I do this. It's always about the drinking. It's all, you know what I mean? There's a whole lot going wrong here. And first of all, Mr. Epperson, I think you're a rigid and occasionally angry person.
Yeah.
And I think that on any given day, anybody can have great justification for any kind of anger they want to get into. They just simply have to submit to it. That's what anger is. It's a submission. It's a loss of power. You've allowed your more primitive part of your brain to hijack your more intellectual part of your brain. The cerebral cortex goes to sleep, the amygdala and all that kind of stuff gets up, and you start acting badly. The response to any problem in your home is not hiding cars or breaking tables or putting people out and all that kind of stuff. If you don't like her behavior, you sit down and have a conversation about the behavior that you don't like. If she is unable to change that behavior, then maybe you two ought not be together. But it's never, anger is never the problem. Mrs. Epperson, you've been together 10 years. You've told me some stuff that would make most people run.
Right.
How are you going to stand here and say all of that negative stuff about him and still stay? I don't understand. Can you tell me something that would allow me to believe that that's a rational choice?
Because after everything happens, most of the time he apologizes. Like he'll come back and our proposal was an apology. You know what I mean? Like, technically. I guess, I don't know. I feel like I'm fighting. That's why I'm here. I feel like I'm fighting for something. I'm not sure why.
Okay. Excellent point. If you were my daughter, this is what I would tell you. You've got yourself an angry, aggressive dude here. I think he's probably a decent dude, but he's got an anger issue. Until he resolves his anger issue, goes into some kind of counseling, I would find you another place to stay, because it's important that he be able to control himself. I also think you're lying about your drinking. I think you probably drink more than you admit to. I think he's right about that. I think he's pissed about it. I think he's hot about it. I don't think he handles it correctly, but I don't think you are being truthful with yourself about how often you pick up that bottle. And the bottle is not a solution to anything. No. It is a brown river to stupid, and it never helps anything at all. If you're not going to leave each other, I'm begging you both to go into counseling individually and then into counseling as a couple, because you both have to deal with the personal issues you have before you can deal with being together. I'm begging you. Can't make you, but I can beg you. $1,950. You want that for 3 months worth of rent. Are you really leaving him?
I'm not in the house right now.
Where are you?
Right now, I'm with a family member.
How long you been with a family member?
It's been about 3 months.
About 3 months. Do you have to pay rent there?
I've been paying rent.
How much rent do you pay?
Well, over there, it's only about $500.
$500. You working?
Yeah, now I am.
Okay. So tell me what else is going on.
She told me she had $7,000. The deal was, what we supposed to be doing was, I pay the rent this month, she's going to pay the rent the next following month. When the next following month came, she just packed, I went to go to work. I came back home 15, 20 minutes later. She's packing all her stuff. Now, I'm stuck to pay the rent that this wasn't in my plan, so I got to pay the rent. I have to pay for the car, registration and everything. She, whenever it's time for her to be responsible or whatever, she leave. Now, this family member that she's talking about, she's staying with, is not a family member at all. He's a Mexican or Puerto Rican guy that is no kin to her.
My family member.
Ooh, oh, no, you ain't getting a dime.
No,
it doesn't matter. You're not getting a dime. You had plenty of money. You were working. You decided to leave. I think you are you drink and bolt. You avoid the problems by drinking and leaving, and he's not responsible for that. So I'm not going to give you any money for that. But did you hear what I said about individual and marriage counseling? You both have deep-seated issues. You avoid, you anger, and I want you to deal with those issues and not get back together until you do. It won't get better on its own. You know what I'm saying? I think you're probably both decent people, but until you accept your anger issue, your alcohol issue, and your running issue, it'll be a revolving door.
Right.
And then one day, somebody's gonna get hit in the head with that door. Right. And then you'll be in a whole nother courtroom setting. Do you understand what I'm telling you? There will be no recovering this matter. My best to both of you. It is so ordered.
What happens now?
Honestly, prayer, and that's why we gotta just see where it goes.
She suggested counseling. Will you follow through with that as well?
I do want to follow through with that, and I do agree with what she says. I think individually, I thought maybe we should do it together, but I think we both have some issues. We should do it first, and then see how it goes.
Do you think this can work? Do you want this to work?
Yes, I do. I love my wife, and I want it to work. It's just the drinking. Need to be perturbed. It needs to stop.
What can you do for yourself to kind of meet her halfway there?
I mean, I'll take the judge's recommendations. I'll do the counseling. I'll do whatever it takes to save my marriage because I do love my wife.
Follow us on Instagram for additional content from this case and preview our next all-new episode.
Judge, this is the case of Super Freak.
Today, we have a case of two people, two kids, and to hear him tell it, a woman who wants way too much sex.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jermaine Irvin and Kasha Bain. The two of you have been together for 3 years, and you have 2 children together, one 2, one 8 months old. You don't know if you're going to make it. Mr. Irvin, you are seeking $500 in costs you say you incurred as a function of her throwing you out of the house. But before we get there, Mr. Irvin, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here today?
Well, my fiance is a sex crave maniac. When I tell you all she thinks of is sex, 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 every day, all day. When she go to work, I believe she thinks about it too. You know, if I do not have sex, it's an argument, it's a fight. I gotta sleep on the couch. You know, I have to go sleep on the porch like Dino for them Flintstones. You know, like, that's not cool. You know what I mean? It's not fair, you know?
You don't put them out if you don't get any, do you?
I need it, Your Honor. I'm young. I'm very young, you know. That's my man. We're supposed to be able to do it anytime. You know, we have our own house. We're responsible adults. I don't see the problem. Like, you know, he's supposed to be able to give it to me when I'm ready, and I'm ready majority of the time.
Now, Mr. Irvin, I'm not going to cast any aspersions in your direction, but usually dudes never mind that.
No, I don't mind it. It's just, like, it's consistent, and we also have kids, you know? So, like, the kids can pop
Like going
up.
on.
Like, the kids can be literally in the living room, and she'll try to grab me by my arm, like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, come on, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute, they right there, they can walk in the room, you know? Like,
right.
So it's just not, it's not that I don't want to, it's just the simple fact that I have kids, and, you know, it's just out of respect of my kids, really, you know? Like, one time, we went and got dinner, and she asked me to give her oral sex when we get home. I'm like, okay, cool, I got you. You know what I mean? I got you.
I got you. I'm
Don't worry about it. Don't you even need.
Yeah.
I got you, girl. Just give me it. So we get to the house, sit the food down, boom. I give her a little sampler. You know what I mean? Give her a little sampler until I need to go eat my food before it get cold, because the microwave was broken at the time. You know what I mean? So I tell her, let me eat my food. And she tells me, oh, your food is more important than doing what you have to do.
Now, Ms. Bain, are you unreasonable with it? I mean, everybody has to have an opportunity to, be engaged in something that's other than sex.
I don't think I'm unreasonable. I think it helps me mentally, like, get through my day, get through my work day, deal with a lot of my issues, and it honestly helps me, and he just doesn't give it to me enough. Like, if he gave it to me maybe like 2 times back to back in the night, I would be like, okay, I don't need no more until, like, you know, the next day or so.
Your Honor, I have bad back problems. Like, I've been hit by an 18-wheeler.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's just like...
Let me ask you this. Is it all about the sex, or is it in part about intimacy and time?
I would say both. But even after the sex, I mean, he's like, okay, now I'm about to go do something else. So it's fine if you go do something else, as long as I'm okay. You know, as long as I can deal with the rest of my day without being frustrated or needed an outlet or release or anything. You can go about your day the rest of the day, handle your business, but you got to make sure I'm straight.
Well, how long does it take to get you straight?
Maybe about 3 to 4 times a day.
Like,
now, we started out with 2, Ms. Bain. You're getting greedy.
She don't care, I told you.
If the kids are settled in a way, and as long as the kids are good, then I don't see why not.
Your Honor, that's 4 hours. It's like an hour each time. Like, that's a shift of a part-time job, you know? I don't know. Like I said, I have really bad back problems, so it's like, hold on now, let's just take a break, let's get some water or something, you know what I mean? Like, let's grab the Bible or something to talk. Like, it's just like the simple fact that it doesn't matter where we at, like...
Yeah. Well, tell me some stories. I know you got some stories about the babysitter, shopping. Tell me some stories.
So, one time we did get a family member to say, I'll watch your children, you know, so y'all guys can have a date night and get out. So I get dressed, in the shower, get dressed, nice, smelling good, and I come out the bedroom and tell him, like, honey, I'm ready to go. And he's literally walking out the door saying, I'll be back. And I'm like, where are you going? Like, we had plans. He's like, well, I'm just going to run up and check up on my friends right quick. I'll be back.
Wrong. Wrong answer.
Where was he going and how long did he stay?
He stays with his friends for about 2 hours, just hanging out outside, wherever they are. And then he'll come back. And it's like, you need to be here with me, and we need to be spending time together.
The man was probably tired trying to get some rest.
Yeah, that's because she wanted to keep having sex. She want me home so we can have sex all day. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm actually a little bit older than her. I'm not gonna say how much older, but I'm a little bit older than her, you know, like, and she consistently wants it, like, consistently wants it. Like, no, like the other day, I went to the store, and this woman wanted to have sex at a convenience store. Like, she don't care where we at. If she, like she said, if she needed it.
Oh, you weren't trying to do it at the store.
No, I probably was trying to get a little frisky, but not do it at the store.
And frisky means doing it.
No,
you know,
no.
That's what frisky means.
No.
Frisky means doing it.
I think I kind of got the idea there. You also say that the house is a mess, that she doesn't keep it clean. Tell me some stories about that.
True indeed, she does have a job. True indeed, you know, she works hard. I can't take that from her. I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I also do, like, mechanic work on the side. I cut hair, cut grass, whatever I can do to make an extra dollar to make sure that our household is maintained. So, she'll take her clothes, throw them in the bathroom floor. We share separate we have separate bathrooms. She throw her clothes on the floor.
Separate bathrooms. I know you
I have a huge
it's
bathroom.
important to marriage.
Separate bathrooms.
Separate bathrooms.
Yeah.
If you can afford it, do it.
Copy.
Yeah.
It cuts down on a whole lot of arguments.
Yeah,
But
because
anyway, go ahead.
I won't have to pick up granny panties off the ground, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. Literally, she wants me to clean the room, the bathroom, like, that's not my
If
responsibility.
you staying at home, if you're a stay-at-home dad,
Yeah. If
you
you a
take it
stay-at-home dad, why is that her responsibility?
Now I have to clean the dishes. I understand that.
You should clean the dishes. If she's working all day
Understand.
and she's coming home and taking care of the kids and she's making dinner, that's your gig. So you're just saying pick up after yourself,
after
not
yourself.
necessarily you won't clean the house.
Yeah, just pick up
but
after
pick up
yourself.
after yourself.
Like, pick up
Now,
after
Miss Bay,
yourself.
do you pick up after yourself?
yes, I do pick up after myself. I do work long and hard, so when I get home, I deal with my kids, and sometimes I'm tired and I don't clean up until maybe 2 days later.
No,
But
no,
for the
no,
most
no,
part,
no,
I
When
no,
you
no,
say
no.
clean up, what does that mean till 2 days later?
like straighten up. Things may be disarray. Like when I get home from work, I take off my uniform, I just leave it on the floor, and I'll get into bed. Or if my daughter needs her clothes changed, I'll just take her clothes off right there and just leave it there and keep on going about what I'm doing. And then once it's like, okay, I can't see my floor, now I'm about to clean up my house.
It shouldn't take that long. Like, I actually clean up the house. Like, you know, a toddler, they're gonna dirty the house, of course.
Right,
You know,
right.
So I'm not gonna get upset about that. But when you're grown, when we're together, like, hey, look, this is your mess. Like, she cooks and leave the dishes there. Boom. Now I have to clean the dishes. I understand that.
You should clean the dishes. If she's working all day
Understand.
and she's coming home and taking care of the kids and she's making dinner, that's your gig.
No, it's not her cooking dinner. That's just like on a weekend or something like that. If she's not working or something like that, like she'll cook like breakfast. And it'd be like eggs stuck to the bottom of the pan. Like, you know, now we got a clogged up dishwasher. You know what I mean? Like, cause she got eggs all on there, or she got spaghetti noodles in the sink or something like that. You know, like, that's unfair to me. Truly, I should be able to do the dishes, right? I will do the dishes. Like, that's nothing, that's
No,
not a
that's
problem.
a problem
That's
for
not a
him.
problem. You
That's
feel
a
me? But when
problem.
I don't destroy it like that, like she destroyed it, the dishes be sitting there for 2 or 3 days. Now they got the stuck
They're
spaghetti.
sitting there 2 or 3 days because you didn't do it. She's
Exactly.
working every day.
Exactly.
And you at home.
Me too.
And you can do the dishes while you at home.
True
I don't
indeed.
want to hear it.
True indeed. True
That's
indeed.
right. Because when I get the
Elise.
time and I'm home with my kids, I can clean my whole house with my children awake with a toddler and an infant. I can clean my whole house. I'll put one in the walker, put one in the playpen, and just go for it. Put some music on and go for it. So if I can do it, he can do it.
Right. You say she's just disrespectful.
She is.
That no matter where you are or what you're doing, she can just be disrespectful. Give me a couple of stories.
My homeboy, he has this firework tent, the TNT tent. Like, whenever, like, 4th of July comes around, I go out there and work for him. I asked Kasha to come on out there with me to, you know what I mean, to sell some fireworks and, you know, relax, chill out. There's some time we can spend with each other since we have the kids. There's some
Right.
time we can spend with each other.
Right.
She gets out there, and we chilling. And next thing you know, like, I tell her to go home because I don't want the kids out this late. It's 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? Now, we can send the kids home now. I send you home, you go home with, no, why the I gotta leave and this and the third, blah, blah, blah. She start taking stuff, throwing it in the middle of Walmart parking lot. You a deadbeat dad and this and the third, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I spend at least 12 to 14 hours a day with my kids. You know what I mean? Like, a day. You know what I mean?
Bang, do you do that?
What he didn't mention was before I went out with him that night, we went to another city, Winston-Salem, and we spent the night out there at the TNT tent. And, you know, I did that for him. I didn't have to go out there and support him doing his job. I went out there with my children, and we just supported him.
She did it because she thought she was going to have sex afterwards.
So the time he's talking about was the next time when we were supposed to spend the night with him at his job. And I was tired, the kids was frustrated, it was hot, and so it did lead to an argument, but I wasn't being disrespectful, I was matching your energy.
Did you throw all that stuff around and carry on like that?
I didn't throw anything, but I did name a few names and, you know, tell him what he could do better.
Were your kids there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was there people in the parking lot?
You know, all of the crazy that you create is teaching your children to create crazy. You can't tell your children to be responsible adults and be irresponsible in front of them. There was nothing that bad going on that said, look, I'm annoyed with you. This is a problem and that's a problem. Heightened voices and throwing stuff ain't never the way to go. You with me on that one? Don't be nodding your head like you know what I'm talking about. You're over there calling her a whore. There's no reason to call the mother of your children a whore. If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. You say the reason you yell is because he only listens when you yell.
Yes.
Explain that to me. Give me some stories.
So when we first got together, I had just left my house, so I wasn't like cooking and cleaning for men. I was just doing for myself. And when we moved together, he was like, it was a big argument. He was like, you have to cook, you have to clean, you have to do this. And he cursed me out and said he was so disappointed. And this was in, like, between months of us like living together. And I'm confused because the way he was talking to me sounded like he hated me. And I'm like, I didn't think it was that deep.
Were you working then?
No, I was a full-time student.
You were a full-time student. Verbally abusive. Give me an example of the kinds of things he says to you and in what circumstances.
So, one example, we was with the family. We had got something to eat. We was on our way back home. And this girl flagged him down, like, riding home. And she was like, hey, can you look under my car? I think I hit a dog or a squirrel or something. So he stops the car, get out the car, lays down on the ground, looks under her car, converses with her, and then drops me and the family back off and goes back to help her. And once he gets back from helping her, I'm like, hey, why do you have women flagging you down? And he was like, I'm just trying to make money and this, that, and the third. And he goes off, oh, I can't.
Was he paying? Was she paying?
Yes, ma'am.
Did she pay him? No.
Yes, because the car wasn't fixable. That's the only reason why I didn't get paid, because the car was not fixable.
So you looked and said, boy, can't fix it.
Right, it literally only took me like, our house is from here to where you're at. You feel me? Like, to where I went to fix the car. Like, she can literally sit there and watch and see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, you can just stand right there and watch.
So what did he say to you that was so out of pocket?
He was like, you stopping me from making money, and I don't stop you from making money, and the name calling, the whores and stuff like that.
Can I say this on behalf of Rational? There's nothing that you two have told me in here that you have argued about that is worth raising your voice about, and certainly name calling. There's no need for it.
I agree.
So nobody know how to have a conversation anymore. A conversation is, I didn't like what you did for the following reasons. This is what don't be nodding your head like you know what I'm talking about. You're over there calling her a whore. There's no reason to call the mother of your children a whore.
True.
None.
It's true.
Everybody's responsible for what comes out of their mouth. You are not a rubber band. You did not snap. You are not a machine. You have no buttons. You're just a person who did or did not control their temper. That's it, and that's all.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Tell me about that $500.
Okay. Let's start off. Me and her got about the dishes. We got into an argument about the dishes and this and the third. And from the dishes has led to, oh, you can get out my house, this, that, and the third. And this is like the 8th, 9th time. She keeps telling me to get out her house because my name is not on the lease, you feel me? But I do help her pay the bills. So, you know, like, hey, like, she tell me, get out my house, your name ain't on nothing, get out my house. So you want me to tell you what? I said, I'm tired of it. I packed all my stuff up in my little car and went up to the gas station. I ain't gonna lie, I smoke a little weed. So I was smoking weed, you feel me? Like, I was smoking weed in my car, and the police pulled up, and then they locked me up, and I had to bail out for $500 because I was smoking weed in my car, you know?
So you think she should pay you the $500 in bail money?
Half
you got
or something.
caught, or half or something.
Or something, like, come on, look.
How did you throw him out?
She told me she can pay me in sex.
That you don't want.
I do want it, but not
that much. Now, Ms. Bain, tell me why you threw him out. Why was it necessary to evict him?
I didn't evict him. I gave him an opportunity because I feel like I feel like if I'm working and I'm coming home paying these bills, if I'm working, I'm coming home taking care of the kids, and I gotta clean. I can't get a clean kitchen. I can't get sex when I want it.
What are you there for?
You have an opportunity to wash these dishes, or you can leave.
Let me say this. You guys got 2 children together. I think you can make it work. I don't think this is a relationship endable issues. What I am going to ask you is to do a couple of things. You have to remove yourself from that 1950s image of what a household should look like. If she's doing the 1950 dude part by making the money, you need to do the 1950s woman part. It doesn't make you any less of a man. It is not any less of your job. Everybody's got to contribute. You also have to, if you want to be a dude, and dudes are always talking about they want to be the leader in your home, what you have to lead with is rationality. Don't ever call her out of her name. Never. Your job is to provide and protect. You ain't providing, at least protect. Don't meet his energy with more of his energy. You're meeting bad with more bad, and your children are chewing up all of that. What you need to do is meet his energy with calm. You say what you need to say, you do what you need to do. So if you want to act a fool, continue. I will be in another room. Yeah. That's how you level up, and sooner or later he'll catch up. But we're better at it because we're emotionally more. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You're good people. Just be better at being rational people. You with me? Yes, there will be no. You can't. You know. She threw you out the house. She did not make you smoke that joint in the car. So she doesn't owe you $500. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
Did she get through to you guys today?
I believe she did. Like, you know, it's some things we say and we don't really mean it, but at the time we just said it, you know? Like,
I think that did really hit home, especially when she said that my kids are gonna be grabbing most of it, and I don't wanna raise children like that.
On Divorce Court today. Can a relationship that starts with a lie survive the truth? Courtney told Lee she was 18 when she was really 14. 6 years later, she is growing up and he is moving out. Lee Bradford and Courtney Reynolds have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court starts now.
Mr. Reynolds, you say she was lying to you from the moment you met her. Why don't you tell me what she was lying about?
I was told that she was 18 going on 19 when I first met her.
Uh-huh.
Come to find out, she was 14 going on 15. I was 23 years old. You know, I was living, getting ready.
Where did you meet her?
You say when?
Where?
Where? We was actually at a house party, Yana. We was all having a good time, you know, doing grown folks things, and you know, I assumed that everyone in the house was grown people. You know?
Right. Ms. Reynolds, you met him at a house party?
Yes, ma'am. It was my cousin's party. I was 14 going on 15, but I didn't look like it, and he didn't think I looked like it. So
Why did you tell him you were 18?
I mean, I don't like young men. I liked him. I liked his swag. I already heard about him before I even saw him at the party. So I couldn't tell him I was 14.
So you were laying in wait for the brother. You said, I heard about Lee. Let me go on over
Well, they
here.
didn't even call him Lee. They called him Big Baller.
So you mean you were laying in wait for the big baller?
Right.
And so you told him you were 18 and...
I told him I was 18. The people at the party told him I was 18. I looked 18.
So you had the whole thing set up. He didn't have a chance.
I had it in the bag. It was good. I liked him though. He was cute.
Uh-huh.
He had cars, watches, chains. I had to. It was like a local rapper or something.
And
Like-
he was just so blingy and shiny, you couldn't do without him.
I had to.
Mr. Bradford, did you sense at all that Ms. Reynolds, if not 14, was at least less than genuine?
At the moment, no, I didn't. I did not at all. You know, everything was copacetic with her. You know, she was very mature, very mature. You know, she handled grown folk situations, and so you know, I played my role. You know.
I understand that she moved in with you 5 months after the two of you met.
Yeah, she did. I mean,
How did she manage that?
well, to be honest with you, Yana.
Or is it something you managed?
Well, it was a couple thing. We was couples, so we managed it together. You know, we put our thoughts and ideas together, and you know, one thing led to another, and she was in my household.
Okay.
No, this man told me he did not want to wake up another day and not see my face. He said I had to move in with him. He wanted me. It was just like, okay, he's going with the flow also, so it's not all my fault.
So it's his fault you pulled the wool over his eyes.
I mean, even after he found out how old I was, he didn't he still loved me.
What did you do when you found out how old she was, Mr. Bradford?
Nothing.
Well, to be honest with you, it was nothing I could do. Everything was all said and done. The love was there, and it was nothing I could do, Your Honor.
Well, you say now, Mr. Bradford, the age difference is a problem in the relationship. Why don't you tell me that? Why?
I don't. You know, I have so much. I don't know where to start.
Well, start somewhere.
All right. Well, you know, Your Honor. All right, Your Honor. Well, all right. We'll start off by living situations, Your Honor. We both working. We both was working. We had nice jobs. Well, at the present time, I still have a nice job, you know. I'm not faulting her for that, you know. I mean, I take care of her, do what all I can do, you know. So at the same time, I don't have too much time to do anything on my behalf. So I figure, you know, if that's my lady, you know, she should be there and handle situations that I can't handle. So, you know, she come to me, you know, we need money for this, we need money for this. I give her money for this, I give her money for that, you know. On a personal issue, she want money to keep herself up, keep her nails done, toes done, hair done. I do that. Your Honor, I give her a good bit of money to go get her hair done, Your Honor. She tell me she needs $200 to get her hair done. I leave out, go to work, leave the money for her. I come back, Your Honor, her hair looks worse than it did when I left. She got pigtails everywhere, Your Honor. You know, I can do that myself. You don't need $200 to put pigtails in your head. Come on, Your Honor.
Ms. Reynolds, your response to that, would he give you money for things like your hair, doing nails, and you wouldn't use it?
Yes. In the beginning, he was getting my hair done 3 times a month. My nails done every 2 weeks. Now he goes out, he buy me some gel, a ponytail, you know, and some shampoo and say, make it work. You know, it's way different. He's making it seem like something is totally not. Yes, he'll give me $200 to get my hair done. My hair might only cost $150. So what I choose to do with that $50 is my choice because he already gave it to me.
Can I say this? I hear in the general populace these days, as a good dude, you get a good dude because he's paying for my hair, he's paying for my nails, he's paying for the weave and all that kind of stuff. And that to me is so storefront and silly. I don't even know what to say. It's so meaningless. It's not setting up a future. It's superficial. It has no real value. And, you know, as long as he's giving me $20 and give weave and all this kind of stuff, and you're not growing, you're not getting any better. If he was giving you book money or tuition money or putting it in the bank for something or other, but you believe the nails and the hair have value, and I'm here to tell you that they don't. And I know that you're young, and I know that you live in an environment which says to you, because I see it all over the place. Yeah, he getting me some nails, and yeah, all of that is meaningless unless you own stock in Revlon.
Next, which is worse, Courtney's Southern cooking or what she wrote about Lee in her secret diary? Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real relationships in crisis. Divorce Court continues.
Ms. Reynolds, I'm gonna give you an opportunity. I said what I had to say. Do you have any response to that? Did I get it wrong in some way, shape, or form?
Yes, because I feel as though if he wanted to pay for my college tuition or something, I would let him do that also. Whatever he's willing to pay for, he can do that.
That kind of wasn't the point. But that's okay.
Okay.
We're just gonna leave it there for a minute. You say, Ms. Reynolds, that Mr. Bradford is always flirting with other women. Why don't you tell me what he's doing and why it's causing you to leave him?
Okay. For one thing, he's from Alabama. He likes cooking Southern food. He wants me to get fat. He made me gain, like, I would say 40 pounds. But now he flirts, he's like, hey, sexy, to like skinny girls, skinny white girls. You know, and I'm clearly not skinny nor white, but that's like what he goes after. So I'm like, no, Instagram, Facebook, he's all on there liking pictures, all these thoughts, all these twerk videos. I can't do it. No. I don't deserve it.
You say he made you gain 40 pounds. Did he do so just by cooking really well, or did he ask you to get bigger?
It was always, oh, you so skinny. Oh, you need to eat. Oh, you not gonna eat with me? I'm like, I just ate. Oh, no, you finna eat with me, because if you don't eat with me, I think you don't want my cooking. You know, it's always what he wants.
He cooks for you?
Well, he did in the beginning, but, you know, I started cooking. But then when I started cooking, he started, you know, eating at work or, you know.
Ms. Reynolds, maybe you know, is your cooking good?
Everybody else likes my cooking.
Everybody else likes your cooking. Mr. Bradford, did you ask her to become a little heavier for you or encourage that?
Well, I didn't ask her, Yana, but I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Because
I mean, she looks good the way she looks,
Because he didn't
Yana,
want anybody else looking at me, so he wanted me to gain weight.
Well, now, Mr. Bradford, do you like heavier women, or you?
No.
I mean, like when you like pictures on Instagram and Facebook, are there heavier women, or are they the thin ones? Well, I can tell the answer is yes by your jaw movement. But I'm gonna give you an opportunity to respond regardless.
Well, you know, honestly, Yana, I'm not a picky person. You know, it's not about the size. It's not about that to me.
You
Yana.
just like women.
I love women. I don't like them. I love them. I love women.
You think she's cheating on you?
You know, it's not that I think, Yana. I know.
Tell me how you know.
Well, Yana, this is I ran across some writing that she's been doing, Yana. She has a personal journal that I ran across, I stumbled across, and me being me, I had to be nosy. And it's been some writing in the journal about a co-worker that she used to mingle with, that she just, you know, enjoyed.
Was she mingling while she was with you, or was this beforehand?
Oh, it had to have been with me. I mean, it's been 6 years now, Yana. It had to have been with me, you know? And I mean, it's, you know, she talks about a lot of things that they would do together that, you know, at the same time.
Sexual in nature?
I'm not gonna get that deep. You know, I'm not gonna get that deep. It wasn't that deep, you know. But the talk, I mean, you know, if I say, if he took her out and did some things that I would do for her, I mean, I'm quite sure she rewarded him the same way I was rewarded, you know?
Ooh,
Were
okay,
you,
then.
were other guys giving you stuff financially or buying you
No,
things?
like I said, when I started cooking, he wouldn't eat my food.
Right.
So I take it to work with me because they love my food. You know, I was feeding my boss, you know, and he might give me some extra hours or something. I mean, it's all about hustle, right?
Not in a relationship, no.
When Divorce Court continues, was Courtney originally attracted to Lee, or was his bank account the big attraction?
Before she told the truth, do you believe Lee suspected Courtney was so young? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Mr. Bradford, I want to ask, do you feel that you've been taken advantage of at all?
Well, in the beginning, I'm gonna have to say no, Your Honor. I didn't feel like that in the beginning at all. I had a little crisis went on. I was involved in an accident, and it led to death. And at that time, you know, she was there for me.
Supportive.
You know, she all the way. You know, from the time it happened till I finished everything. You know, she was there for me. But as things leveled out, you know, it was more of, I felt like, okay, since I was there for you when you needed me, now you need to be here for me when I need you,
Well, what kind of things does she want you to do for her now?
Well, it's really all about the money with her right now, Your Honor. It's all about the money, nothing else, So, I mean, she waits for my payday. She waits for my payday before I do, Your Honor.
He has to take care of me.
He's taking your childhood away?
Yeah.
But didn't you target him?
I mean, but still. I mean, either way, I did what I had to do. I cooked, I cleaned, I did everything. I was belittled in front of his child, all types of stuff.
How would he belittle you?
Oh, he's leaving for work. Oh, it'll be nice if you vacuum. But I'm not a dirty person. The house stays clean. So the fact that you're telling me to wash 2-3 dishes that's in the sink that I'm going to wash anyways, in front of your child is a problem because you already know that I'm going to do that. But you're just trying to, I don't know, make yourself feel like this king. I mean, I might be so shallow right now and it's all about the money. I did care about him. But through all the hey sexes and all the everything that he does, I'm just like.
To other women?
Exactly. It's just like, give me my money and let me go. That's where I'm at now. So let's get to the party.
Ms. Reynolds, you're deep. I gotta say that. I think you're an interesting 20-year-old. You're very cynical and I don't know how you got that way that young. I don't know what was happening over at your house that put you in another man's house at 14
Your Honor,
looking
she's known to
for
fool
a
a lot
big
of people,
baller.
Your Honor. She can fool a lot of people.
Do you think she fooled you?
Well, yeah, she fooled me, Your Honor. She fooled me. From day one, I was fooled.
Let's
I
get
fell
to
for
this
it.
party,
I fell for it, Your Honor.
This is my house.
I'm saying
Don't
because
get
you guys are making him
confused.
seem like he's just so much, and I'm just like, I've just
I've
manipulated
given you
him.
an ample opportunity to explain to me what you wanted to do, when you wanted to do it, and why you wanted to do it. You're the one who told me the story.
Right, I didn't tell the whole story.
Well, what would you like to tell me that I haven't heard?
Okay, for one thing, he had sex with my friend.
Did you have sex with her friend?
Now, I wouldn't call it sex, Your Honor. I wouldn't call that sex. I wouldn't call it sex, Your Honor. It was.
Well, what would you call it?
Well, first of all, since she want to put it out there like that, Your Honor, she basically gave me permission to do what I did to her, Your Honor.
How did she do that?
Well,
We was at a party. He was belligerently drunk. He wanted to have sex with me. I said, no, get it together. No. So he said, oh, well, can I do it with your friend? I said, I don't care what you do. She asked me, well, can I do it with him? I said, I don't care what you do.
That's permission.
So that's permission.
That's permission.
That's permission.
Wow. I mean, I'm scared of you people.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
Ms. Reynolds, I understand that you are seeking $4,800 in transitional support from Mr. Bradford as you move out of his house. Why don't you explain to me why you believe you are entitled to that amount?
Well, he's the reason why I'm not working right now. The whole time that I lived with him, it was made clear that he was going to take care of me. We wasn't planning on breaking up or anything, so I thought he was just going to be my, I guess, life support or something. And the fact that we're splitting ways, he should, you know, make sure I can get to where I need to get without him. I just want it for like 6 months, and after that, he can go on about his life.
Did you quit school in order to be with him?
No, I didn't quit school.
Did you give up anything in particular? Were you going to go somewhere? Did you have some? Is there something that you gave up?
Well, as in...
Based upon his promises to you?
Right. I could be in school right now. I mean, I graduated, but I could be in school right now doing my dream, but I'm not.
Let me explain something to you about shacking up. It's a bad idea. And it's usually a worse idea for a woman, especially if she hasn't got a job. You can't expect, when you get married, there's a commitment on both sides to honor, love, and care for each other. And there's also an economic commitment and on both sides to make sure that the ship stays upright. When you shack up with somebody, you don't get none of that. You just moved in. You just the side piece that became permanent. And what happens is you don't get any of the benefits of a marital contract, because that's a contract. And part of that contract was that one person was going to take care of another person, and when that contract is breached, that other person makes good. When you just roll in and move in with somebody, you don't have those benefits. That's why you should be careful about what you do. You're just a little girl, and I want you to rejoice in that. But you should do what little girls do, which is learn and to stay with your family and not attempt to reach out for the bling and the baller, but you should attempt to reach out for the knowledge and for the education and for tomorrow. If you're gonna be a person who seeks to have others care for them, you make sure they put a ring on it before you give it away, because that's the only obligation that you have. Do you see what I'm saying? I can't give you $4,800. He didn't breach. I even tried to look for if you had, it's a concept called detrimental reliance. If he made promises to you and you relied on them to your detriment, in other words, like I was going to go to college, but he said, no, don't do it, this and that, it still would be a stretch, but I might have been able to do something for you.
But that's why I don't have a job.
But you didn't, no, you simply chose not to.
But he
not
said
not based upon his, you simply chose. You said, I got a baller, I got that, somebody's gonna take care of me, and I'm gonna kick back and take care of it. He owes you not a thing. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
Lee and Courtney appreciate the judge's ruling and both look forward to new relationships. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court. On Divorce Court today. After just a month, they knew it was right. But now, 3.5 years later, they think it was wrong. Sharon believes Wade has a problem with alcohol, while Wade claims it's her turn to bring in the money. Sharon Norris and Wade Ryden have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court starts now.
Ms. Norris, you say your 3.5-year relationship with Mr. Ryden is ending because he drinks too much. Tell me about that.
Well, in the recent months, he's been drinking daily, getting drunk daily, instead of just coming home and having a couple of beers after work. And I recently came home at lunchtime, and at noon he was already intoxicated with his friend at the house, and it's every day, and I can't get him to do anything.
Have you been drinking when you first met him or when you first moved in together? Or did it change over time?
It did change. When we first met, it was after work, maybe 1 or 2 beers, just unwinding after work. Now it's every day, just with the intention of getting drunk.
Okay. What kind of drunk is he? Is he happy drunk, mean drunk, sleepy drunk, sexy drunk? Well, not
usually,
sexy, but
usually
he's want sex kind of drunk.
Right. Usually he's pretty happy for the most part, unless, you know, I say something to him about it, and then he can be disrespectful and kind of rude occasionally.
Mr. Ryden, do you have a little problem with alcohol?
No, I don't believe I have a problem with alcohol at all. I think she's just taking it a little too far. I don't get drunk every single day. She's just making it out.
You drink
more than
every
it is.
day. You unwind a glass of beer after work?
Yeah, of course I have some cocktails.
So some cocktails.
Yeah.
Now, when you say some cocktails, what kind, and give me kind and quantity.
Well, it depends on the situation that's at hand. You know, some days I feel like beer, some days I feel like hard alcohol. And, you know, it just depends on the day also, you know?
If it's a beer day, how many beers do you typically have?
1, 2, 6, 5, you know, I don't know. It's just, how many ever, until it quit tasting good? And then I stopped drinking them.
Okay. Do you ever stop drinking just because you feel that you're becoming intoxicated or, gone past buzz?
Well, that's the whole point of drinking, is to get drunk.
So you drink to get drunk?
Yeah, why not?
Well, she's got 2 kids at home, 11 and 15. That's a good reason not to. Don't you think?
Yeah, but they're not drinking.
But they're seeing you drink.
Well...
Do you trust your judgment when you're drunk?
No, I don't.
So you're in the house with 2 kids, and you're in a condition where you don't trust your judgment. Does that sound copacetic to you?
See, you know, my judgment might be cloudy at that time, but, you know, it's not that I'm not completely out of it and not know what I'm doing. I still know what I'm doing. I just have bad judgment because I'm intoxicated.
Okay, because you're doing the wrong... Okay.
If someone says jump off a bridge, it's probably going to sound like a good idea to jump off that bridge when I'm intoxicated. But when I'm sober, it's probably not going to be such a great idea.
That doesn't sound like such a good idea. I get that. Why do you think Ms. Norris is leaving? You seem to say that you're an affable drunk, you drink, you get drunk, but you don't really cause any problems. Why do you think she's leaving?
Maybe because I pay more attention to other things when I'm drinking than her.
Like what?
Say, you know, I'll get online and start looking at social media sites or start watching other video websites and stuff like that.
What kind
it's
of
not
videos
that.
you look at?
It's like I go on and, you know, I amuse myself.
I just can't imagine you being drunk going on Wikipedia. So I'm looking to figure out where that river of alcohol is taking you.
Well, I like to watch, you know, funny videos and people getting messed up and stuff like that.
Fail blog and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, those
people
are
falling
funny.
down.
Yeah, you know, and I'm drunk and
is
I want to laugh.
that an accurate representation of the way he spends his evening once he's become inebriated?
If he's at home.
Which he often
yes.
is not, I'm taking
No.
by your answer?
Yeah, often he's gone. And sometimes he'll come home at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's usually when he gets rude or disrespectful.
Is that accurate? Do you get rude and disrespectful when you come home late at night after a night out in the town with the fellas?
Maybe in her eyes it's rude and disrespectful, but in mine, I don't see any problem with some of the stuff I say.
Can you tell me some things that he said that you found rude and disrespectful?
Well, recently I asked him why he was coming home at 4 o'clock, because the bars close at 2, and he basically told me if I didn't like it, I was welcome to leave.
Was he?
I never said anything like that. You're
Mr. Wright,
crazy.
hang on. Was he drunk?
Oh, yeah.
Why would
Absolutely.
you ask a drunk man an intelligent question? I never understood that.
Good point.
It's never an opportune time. You don't get a good answer. You're most likely to get anger. You wait till the next day when you can have a conversation. Don't talk to drunk people. Put them to bed. You say, Mr. Wright, we've been talking about you for a while, so I'm going to get off of you for a moment. Why don't you tell me what your main complaint about Ms. Norris is?
Okay, like when we first got together, you know, she wasn't working, she was going to school, and I was taking care of everything, you know, and I was being the provider, you know, and I never complained, you know. And then all of a sudden, you know, I lost my job. Now she has a job that pays well. So in my eyes, I just feel that, you know, maybe it's time for a little bit of conversation. And, you know, maybe I could stay home for a little while and take care of the house and stuff like that while she works, you know. And, you know, I work in a oil and gas industry, you know, and I have certain skills there. So sometimes it takes a little longer to get the job that I'm looking for instead of just, you know, starting back at the bottom, you know. When I'm trying to get back up into a management position, it takes a little while.
How long have you been unemployed?
For about 4 months now.
4 months?
Yeah,
okay.
something around there.
I also understand you don't like the fact that she tries to dictate your social life, that she doesn't like your friends, and that she's jealous.
Yeah, you know, there is a lot of that. And it does get old, you know, and I do, that's why I just stay away most of the time, you know? And like you were saying earlier, my judgment's cloudy, so instead of being at the house and causing problems, you know, I go out and...
So you abandon her as a public service?
To her, yeah, it's kind of a public service, yes. I wouldn't say public service, I'd say personal service.
Personal service,
yes,
personal
yes,
service.
Yes.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. It's more accurate than what I said.
Next, does Wade spend more time having fun out on the town with his friend than he does with Sharon? Have you been living together for years but find that splitting up is as complicated as divorce? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Divorce Court. Real relationships, raw emotion. Testimony continues now.
Ms. Norris, I understand Mr. Ryden has a friend that he sees so often, you call him his wife.
Yeah.
Why don't you explain?
Well, this friend sees him more than I do, and we live together. And so, you know, they're constantly out together. They're always at the strip clubs or at the bars together. When
Well,
he
maybe
doesn't
if you
come
wanted to
home,
go out more often, I'd go out
Mr.
with you.
Ryden?
when he doesn't come home, it's you know, this is who he was with all the time. And sometimes I just feel like if he wants to spend all his time with his friend, maybe that's who he should be with.
Mr. Ryden, you had a response to that. That would be?
Yeah, you know, I have a close friend, and we like to hang out, and a lot of the times she doesn't want to go out and do the stuff that we're doing because she comes back from work and she says that she's tired and she doesn't want to go out and do stuff, and my buddy always wants to go out and do stuff, and plus, you know, he's kind of rich, and he takes me out, and we go have a good time, and I don't have to spend any money, so I'm all for it.
You know, you said earlier in the proceedings that, you know, in the beginning you used to take care of her, and now, you know, financially, and then she was home and she would take care of the home part. Now that those roles are reversed, it seems that she's taking care of you financially, but you are not providing any sort of support and care in the home.
I'm still taking care of the house and cleaning up the house and, you know, cooking meals and stuff like that. You know, it's not that I'm just not doing anything at all.
You know, marriage is not just a bunch of chores. It's not just a job and then I cook and clean, you bring money, I cook and clean, you bring money. You have to actually, or a committed relationship, you have to actually engage in things as a couple in order for that relationship to grow. Have you done anything in that regard?
A little bit.
Like?
I try to do stuff, but then it always just gets shot down that she doesn't want to do
Are you sober
it.
when you do them?
Most of the time, I try.
Put yourself in her shoes for a minute. You're working, got a couple of kids, you come home, and the person you're supporting is like, okay, I'm gonna go out drinking with the money that you give me because you don't have any money, or I guess it's your friend's money, but wouldn't you feel a little abandoned or misused if you were just providing shelter for a junior alcoholic?
I don't know, because I'm not in that situation.
But you can think, though. You're not a dumb guy.
But
You've
if
got
she
an
doesn't-
education.
If she doesn't want to go, then I don't see any reason why I shouldn't.
Do you see any reason why you should do things that she wants to do that don't involve alcohol or your wife?
Yes.
But do you do them?
No, I don't.
And why not?
Because I feel that drinking and going out and having a good time sounds like a better idea.
You know you're better off, right? You know this
Right.
is a good thing.
Right.
You know that departure is a celebration here. It's a glory moment.
It
You don't
is.
have any children with him?
No. No.
You got a job.
I do,
You got,
2 of them.
And you got 2 jobs, and you're beautiful, and you are shedding 220 pounds of dead weight.
Right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When divorce court continues, is Wade unable to prove that Sharon is messing around because she's innocent or because she's good at covering her tracks?
Do you agree with Wade that it is Sharon's turn to bring home a salary? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
You say that Mr. Ryden is a jealous man. Can you tell me why you say that?
I got a phone call from my boss, and this is just recent, and he heard a male's voice on the line, and he started yelling in the background, demanding to know who it was. And, you know, I tried moving to the other room so I could actually have a work conversation with my boss, and it just got so out of hand that when I hung up with my boss, he took my phone and called the number back just to verify who
That
it was.
was in fact your boss.
Yeah. And he wants to look at my phone all the time, and I always say, yeah, we'll trade, and, you know, you look at mine, I'll look at yours, and that's not gonna happen.
That ends that conversation.
Yeah.
Mr. Ryden? Mr. Ryden, why don't you tell me your version of the telephone exchange and the conversations that she has on her phone? Are you jealous?
Sometimes, but not all the time. It's just, she's always accusing me of going out and doing stuff and cheating on her or, you know, being with other women and stuff like that. So I figured I'd just reverse the role and, you know, I just do the same thing. And, you know, I tell her I want to look at her phone and see who she's talking to. And she's always like, oh, it's my boss or it's my brother. And it's like, really, you can't be talking to your boss and your brother that much. There's not that much to talk about.
Have you found that she has been having conversations with people, with men that were inappropriate?
No, I haven't. So.
Right, and I'm not the one coming home.
Mr. Ryden, I tell you, you got a lot of negative qualities, but dishonesty isn't one of them, and I appreciate that. You're very, very honest. You're right out there with it. I got a son at home. Yep, Mom, I did it. You know, it's just like.
But you know, she's a pretty intelligent person, so you know she could be erasing all this stuff before I look at it because she knows that I'm going to ask to look at it.
She's got 2 jobs and she's got kids at home. You don't really believe she's running around on you, do you?
Well, when you're sitting at work, you got your phone in your hand. You know, who knows what you could be doing.
But you don't believe that. I just called you honest, and now you're acting a fool.
But there's still a chance. There's still a chance.
There's always a chance, but there's nothing indicative of a cheat.
Because I've always felt that if someone's starting to call you a cheater out of nowhere, then there's probably something going on behind the scenes.
Oh, well, that's just silly.
The only reason that I even say that is because he's been seen kissing other girls at the bar. He comes home smelling like other women, covered with glitter.
Does any of that
I've never kissed another girl at the bar, but I have hung out with them.
Right. Right.
And, you know, it's
Are
like
you
window
sure
shopping.
that when you're drunk, you haven't gone past the limitations you have set for yourself?
Oh, no, I don't cheat. So
You don't cheat? That's just not your
I've had it happen to
thing.
me in the past, and, you know, I think it sucks, so I don't do it.
So don't. Okay.
But, you know, if I'm hanging out with some female companions and they're hanging out and we're flirting and stuff like that, having fun, I don't see any problem with that. You know, I'm not taking it home. I'm coming home to her every night. So I don't see any reason why I can't flirt around and have fun and mess around. You know, just having a good time.
You don't see any problem with it at all?
I'm not doing anything, you know. It's just like,
Well, you
it's
say...
like trying on a pair of sneakers, but not buying them.
One of my best friends called me and reported that she was at the bar that he was at, and there was a girl hanging all over him, kissing him.
Your best
and
friend's a liar.
If my kids weren't at home, I would have been down there and I would have busted him.
I'm glad your kids were home because you really didn't need to go down there. No good ever comes of that kind of confrontation.
Right.
You know, it's not. Some women will put their kids in the car and take them with them down to the bar,
Right.
jump out, and wail on somebody. So a little restraint is a good thing, you know, because you don't, when you roll, you want to roll clean. You don't want to have an assault charge on you. You know, it's just, it's not helpful.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
Mr. Ryden, do you care at all that she's leaving?
You know, I did when she first started threatening me with it. But then, you know, I just came to the point where, you know, if she wants me gone and she's tired of me, then, you know, I might as well just go then, you know, and just be gone. I don't want to go because, you know, I feel that after 3.5 years that we, you know, we still have a good relationship. You know, maybe my drinking's excessive sometimes, but, you know, that can be resolved and taken care of. But, you know, she's just fed up with me, you know, and I'm still going to go out and have fun. I'm not going to become
I hear you say that can be resolved. But you've come in here with an attitude of resignation to the situation. In other words, you're saying, well, I like to party, I like to drink, that's what it is, not I'd like her to stay and I'll be better.
I'm not going to lock myself in the house and just be like, oh, Sharon, I'm here for you and I'm going to be your slave. Here, let me take your shoes off and massage your feet.
There is an entire continent between what she's asking for and that nonsense you talking over there. So let's, you know, and we cannot... I cannot, in the little time that remains, help you traverse that territory. So I'm gonna stop talking to you. Ms. Norris, you want $320.52. Why do you want that specific amount?
To pay off the balances that we have on bills right now. I think he should pay at least half of what's owed.
And your response to that would be, Mr. Ryden.
If she wants me to leave, why can't she just take care of it and just let me go on my way?
Okay, I got you. Well, first of all, I'll say, Ms. Norris, if I find out that you have gone back to this man, I'm gonna come over your house personally and call you some names.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
You hear me?
Absolutely.
Don't get weak, don't get sad, don't start to miss him, don't do any of the above foolishness because you have got it together, you need to move on.
And I'm already over the missing him part.
You over all of that? You done, you sure?
Absolutely.
Mr. Ryden, if you're ever so lucky to get another woman or some woman is so unlucky to get you, let me suggest this, that you be a little less glib and a little more of a man. And, you know...
I'm all man.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes,
Oh, no.
I
Let me tell you something. What a man is a person who can conduct a relationship in which he doesn't get his way all of the time. He has the ability to see others' needs and meet them without falling apart. And a real man knows that that's what makes him his man, is able to care for, love, and provide happiness and security to somebody other than himself. For having said that, I will say this. $320.52 is more than a reasonable response, so I will award you that. $320.52 in favor of Ms. Norris. It is so ordered.
Sharon and Wade agree with the judge's ruling and have moved on. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court. On Divorce Court today. This couple had their first baby in high school, but things have gotten so bad between them that Juané named their second child without even talking to Rodriguez. When he finally showed up at the hospital, they couldn't find his son. Juané Thomas and Rodriguez Brookins have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court starts now.
Ms. Thomas, you say that you and Mr. Brookins started having children while you were in high school, but he won't grow up. Why don't you explain that to me?
Well, you know, we met in high school. We fell in love easily. He was my first everything. During 6 months in relationship, I got pregnant unexpectedly. And after my daughter, he's just a big kid, you know. He's...
No, yeah.
Hang on, Mr. Brookins. In what way is he a big kid?
Like, he's not supportive. He sits around, he plays PlayStation all day. He watches cartoons. He's like a big kid.
He plays videos, he watches cartoons. Does he have a job?
No, he won't try to get a job.
I got a temp job, Your Honor.
That don't count. He will not try to get a job.
How is it?
How many children do you have, Ms. Thomas?
I have 3.
You have 3 children?
Yes.
All with Mr. Brookins?
2 with Mr. Brookins.
2 with Mr. Brookins. Uh-oh, we got another guy.
Yeah.
And I still be around for the baby like it's mine on the 3rd one.
Okay.
Okay, well, good for you, Mr. Brookins. I appreciate
No,
that.
he's lying.
So what happened when you first got pregnant? What happened? Where did you live? How did you support yourself?
Well, when I got pregnant, I moved in with him. We decided...
Him and his family?
Yeah, him and his family. And I had a part-time job, you know, hosting. And, you know, everything was great. And, you know, I think he probably got overwhelmed and just couldn't take it. So in the middle of the night when the baby would cry, he would scream and verbally abuse me, tell me, like, you need to get up, you need to go take care of the baby, I need time to sleep. But here, I'm still trying to finish school. I'm trying to get everything together.
Was he working at the time?
No, he was not working. He claimed that, you know, he had stuff to do in the morning, but what do you have to do? You have no job.
Were you hooping and hollering and fussing with the baby at night when it woke up?
No, Your Honor. She used to always expect me to change every pamper at night. She wanted me to make every bottle whenever the baby cried.
I was tired. I had school in the morning.
Were you working or going to school at the time?
Me and a neighborhood friend, we were working on an upcoming carpet cleaning business. So we was passing out cards, making promotional flyers going
Still
around
wasn't
the
making any money.
We was trying to get some money
Trying to
coming
get
in,
some
Your
money
Honor.
together, you just couldn't do it.
The best way I could. I was trying anything.
So when she would request that you do the nighttime duty, would you get angry?
Not really.
Yes,
I'm
he
saying
would.
I'd do it, but I'm not going
You
to be the
got something to say when you do.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be the only one doing it. I expect some help.
Changing the pamper?
Every pamper?
Yes.
Well,
I got
Mr.
some more.
Brookins, you say Ms. Thomas is insecure.
Very.
Explain what she does that makes you believe she's so insecure.
I'm in the kitchen cooking. The phone sitting on the chair in the front room. I come back, my phone locked. How my phone get locked? She entered in the password 5 times incorrect. It locked the phone. She did it so much I had to go to the T-Mobile store personally so they can unlock it with their computer system. So now I gotta have a second phone. So if she do try to go through my phone, it's no code up there now.
Because I caught him cheating on social
When
media.
what was he doing on social media that he wasn't supposed to be?
Allegedly, Your Honor.
Hang on.
No. He was flirting with girls from high school, planning on meeting up with them, and, you know, and then he had nude pictures sent to the phone and sent on social media and all,
They
you
was
know,
helping
little
me
things like that.
promote.
The nude pictures were helping you promote?
No,
Right.
they was sending me pictures so I can choose them to get on my team so they can come
No,
out
he was
promoting
trying to
with
sleep
me.
with
Hang
No,
on,
they
hang
was
on,
trying
hang
to
on,
knock-
hang on. You needed to see naked women so you could determine which one of them will help you pass out cards for your carpet cleaning business?
No, that's how they was trying to get chosen.
Chosen for what?
To help me promote, you know, the carpet cleaning and the music promotion flyers. They guessing if they send me a nude picture, I'm gonna jump all over them, put them on the team. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Someone with a nice body.
Only if he slept with him.
So sometimes you did?
No, I didn't sleep with them. Sometimes I seen the pictures, I liked their body. Hey, y'all can come help me promote. But all the fat girls, the girls too skinny, y'all can't help me promote. Y'all ain't gonna bring nobody to the clubs. Y'all can't.
So you, in addition to your carpet cleaning business, you were a rapper?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I do music, too.
How could I guess that? You say Ms. Thomas has quite the attitude.
Yes.
Tell me about a time when that attitude got out of control.
Okay, I'm pulling up to the house. I see a flame in the backyard. So I look, I'm like, what's this? I get out the car, walk on the side of the house. I see all my pants, jeans, they on fire.
I had enough.
I'm talking about like she
I
had
had enough.
a barbecue pit in the backyard of my clothes. So I'm like, what's going on? She's like, yeah, I done went through your Facebook messages. I see you still talking to one of your exes. I'm like, come on, man, they old posters. You can't get over this? She telling me, no, you think I'm stupid. She goes in the house. I come behind her. I'm trying to go hurry up and get the rest of my stuff. I go to the bathroom, tub full of shirts, ripped up, bleach. I'm like, oh, for real? So this how we playing it? She like, get your stuff and get out. Like, what is there left to get? Everything.
Yeah,
Did you tear up his clothes?
I definitely did. I tore him up.
What did you see that prompted you to destroy all of his property?
We would like to know.
Social media, I seen him flirting and he supposed to be with me that night, and he said he was doing something else. And the day that he said
Had
we
a
were
show,
supposed,
Your Honor.
he didn't have a show. He did not have a show.
When you say he was flirting, what was he saying?
I like what I see. You look nice. When can I see you? Can I get your number? Or, you know, things like that.
Next, an argument in the hospital over clean hands escalated into a scene. But is Rodriguez the one to blame? Are your in-laws all up in your business and destroying your marriage? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Broken relationships, real solutions. Divorce Court continues.
Ms. Thomas, you say that when your second child with Mr. Brookins was born prematurely, Mr. Brookins went MIA.
Exactly.
Explain what happened.
I was 7 months pregnant, and I had to go to my prenatal appointment. And when they checked me with everything, they told me I was going into labor. So I started to panic because I'm like, okay, I'm having this baby. This baby is coming. It's coming. So I'm texting Rodriguez. I'm like, okay, look, the baby's coming. Baby's coming early. Where are you? You need to come to the hospital. He don't text back. I'm calling.
My phone is dead,
hang
Your
on.
No, his phone was not dead. It just kept ringing. So, about time I was 8 centimeters, he finally showed up there. So I delivered the baby. My son had breathing problems when he came, so they had to rush him to the NICU. At that time, you know, they told us that before we go down there, we have to sanitize our hand. He didn't want to sanitize his hand. He wanted to go in there and just really act crazy.
When you say act crazy, I mean, he got mad at the people?
Yeah, he got mad because he had to sanitize his hands. Because he was like, oh, that's my son. I don't got to sanitize my hand. I could just go on down
wrong,
there.
Your Honor,
No, it's not.
Mr. Brookins, did you show off a fool like that?
He did it. He swore in front of the kids. I had to take his name off the paperwork because I was just so embarrassed. Like, okay, you cussing, and in the NICU, you share a room with another baby. Like, you're not going to wash your hands, and you just came from outside. And then it took him forever to come up there. I had to get one of my friends to bring him up there because he had studio time.
I ain't had no ride.
Well, okay, once you got there, though, did you act up?
Not right off.
Yes, he did.
Not right off.
Not
When
right
did
off.
when and why did you act up?
Okay, like she said, we're on the way to the NICU. So, but we had already got into an argument prior to that because she mad because I came late. I came late. I didn't know the baby was coming that day.
Your child.
Ms. Thomas?
I didn't know she was giving birth that day. He's a premature baby.
Right.
Correct? Okay. So,
No.
I made
Go
her there
ahead.
to cut the umbilical cord. We agreed upon the name. We get to the NICU. They make him
What was the name you agreed upon?
Dominique, that's my middle name, Brookins, and that's my last name. So they made up the little bracelet and everything. Looking all nice on him. I figure, okay, this is my junior here. As I leave to go back to work and come back, I asked for Dominique Brookins. Oh, we don't have this baby here. Huh? She just had the baby yesterday. What you mean the baby ain't here? So, okay, it's Kwane Thomas here. Okay, she here. What room she in? I get to the room. Hey, what you name the baby, y'all? So she tell me Adonis, Thomas, something like that.
You don't know your baby's name?
I didn't know the name.
Because he left, he didn't show.
I didn't know his name till the third day. He was alive, Your Honor. I'm like,
did he have your last name?
No, he don't.
Did you agree with him what you guys were going to name the baby?
We did agree that we was going to name him Dominique.
That's all the proof I need.
No, but I told him he had to be there at 12 o'clock when it's time to sign the birth certificate. He didn't show. I said, you're not going to show to sign your son? Oh, I got something else to do. Oh, you got something to do? Me too. And I changed the name.
No, she thought I was out there chasing girls. That's all
I mean, you didn't show.
But why weren't you where you were supposed to be?
Exactly.
Because I couldn't call off, because it's a temp job. So with the temp agency, if you do call off, they take you off the list.
You just had a
So
baby.
when you get took off the list, it takes at least 2 to 3 weeks to get put back on the list.
That
you gotta
sounds
call
like a
every
rational
day.
response to me, Ms. Thomas. It seems like you had a nuclear response to a little, pimple problem.
No.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I just wanted him to be there to sign the birth certificate.
I got it. But sometimes things happen.
Yeah, that's true.
I made it to cut the umbilical cord. That won't good enough, though.
I got you.
When Divorce Court continues, was Rodriguez's rap tour the wedge that broke this relationship apart?
Do you think Kwane should have let Rodriguez help choose a name for their son? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter @DivorceCourt. Divorce Court continues.
Ms. Thomas, you say that Mr. Brookins puts his rap career before his family. Why don't you tell me what he is and is not doing for you that makes you believe that?
Okay, our daughter was graduating from daycare. They have a graduation, to graduate to kindergarten.
Sure.
So I'm texting him, I said, because I can't reach him on his phone. So I text him, I said, okay, where are you? It's 5 o'clock. You're supposed to be here. He never shows. I called him after the thing and said, well, where were you? Oh, well, I had to go to this rap thing. I had a concert to do at the last moment.
Your Honor, I went on a tour. It was a 50-city tour within 30 days.
A 50-city tour in 30 days.
Yeah. So we were just riding around. We started in Atlanta. After we hit Atlanta, we went to Alabama. After Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. So she was mad because this is my first tour. The tour is just finna now take off. This is my first chance to get a break to try to get out there. So I'm telling her, I told her I was gonna make it. I tried my best to make it. But when they called me and told me I gotta pack up and go, I thought I had to go.
Did you call her and explain that, or did she have to track you down in order to find out you weren't gonna show up?
She had to track me down, but when she did, let me explain. When she tracked me down, I broke it down to her, word for word, part for part. She understood well. As to me, she seemed like she understood, but when I got home, it was a whole nother problem.
Do you think it might have been easier for her to understand if you actually showed her enough courtesy to call and say, I understand that I have this obligation, this amazing opportunity appeared, I'm going to be Kanye West next week, and I've got to take this opportunity?
Man, I was so busy, I ain't even think about calling.
Nah, it doesn't take that long.
I had to get the flyers ready. They had to
I
print
don't
up
want
the
to hear
CD.
it. Mr. Brookins, you say she's not supportive of your career. What things do you believe she ought to be doing that she isn't to support your up-and-coming rap?
Out of 6 years, she never came to one show.
He never invited me. He invited the other women.
We stay together, Your Honor. How you know I'm not going to perform? If I'm telling
told me
you
I couldn't
all
come.
week I got a show. I'm on Facebook and Instagram with promotional flyers. Click the share button. That's all you got to do. Repost it. She can't even do that.
But you're living with her. You're sleeping with her. You got her pregnant twice. Why does she have to find out what you're doing on Instagram?
I be telling her around the house. She don't listen. If it's nothing she want to hear, trust me, she ain't paying no attention to it.
Your Honor, he wants me to do it over and over and over.
Of course.
5, 6 times a day.
What, post
baby,
about his stuff?
You gotta
Yes,
promote.
5, 6 times a day. One is not good enough for him. He wants
It's
5,
not.
6, 7.
You gotta promote. If you don't
No.
promote, it's not gonna get out
No.
there.
I must say, though, Ms. Thomas, if he blew up tomorrow, you'd
First
be
thing
right
she gonna
with it,
want is a
wouldn't
car.
you? You'd be right with it.
No. I wouldn't.
She already made that statement before, Your Honor.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't be
No.
with it. If he was
No.
making millions, you'd walk off.
Yes.
You making millions. I can't.
No, I will. I work. He's not supportive, and the money is not the issue.
What is the issue?
Him being supportive to his kids and his family is the issue. And I understand
She
that.
don't be supportive
Stop.
to me.
Stop.
I understand, you know, people have dreams, and you know, you want to live up to your dreams, but we are in a reality where you have kids, you have a family that you have to tend to. And he spent more time want to be in the studio,
I'm trying to
want to
make it
chase
happen.
girls, and no time for his family. Every major event come up is an excuse.
He's not there.
He's not there.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next.
It's time for you to call 1-800-282-1991 to answer today's question. You'll receive some valuable offers. Call now.
Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
Ms. Thomas, you want $1,030, $800 for rent, and $230 for your kids' daycare. Tell me why you believe Mr. Brookins should give you that amount of money.
Okay, once we both moved into our place, we agreed to split the rent 50-50. He always came short every single time. The last couple of months, it got difficult because they cut my hours. So I'm like, okay, I really need your half of the rent. Oh, well, I don't got it right now. Came up with all these excuses of why he couldn't give me the other half of the rent. So we ended up getting evicted. They said I had to come up with at least $1,200, and I only had $8, but they wasn't willing to accept it. And I told them, can you at least give me the rest? Oh, it was more of an issue. He never wanted to pay the daycare. I started paying the daycare by myself. I was just paying everything by myself, and he just,
That's not true, Your
He
Honor.
didn't
Okay,
want it.
Mr. Brookins, let me ask you this. Do you believe you have an obligation to help pay rent and for your children's daycare?
Yeah, I told her I'd help her pay. But the reason why I couldn't pay, my car broke down. So therefore, I had to put the money into the transmission.
we was
If I-
using my car. You could have used my car.
How she is, I can go to the store, buy the family something to eat. I gotta get her gas money to feed all of us. I'm like, well,
Because
what
he
am I
burns
giving
my
you
gas
money for?
out.
Mr. Brookins, let me say this to you. It just boggles my mind how a man could bring a couple of lives in this world and not feel an intense need to support them.
No,
No. Oh my God. There's always an excuse, you know. Rent and food, your kids don't have it. You could flip burgers, anything in order to bring that in. And how you could not have a compelling, burning desire to do that, just beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. God bless you with your rap career. I hope you get picked up tomorrow, you blow up and all of that. But you made right now decisions that had right now consequences.
right.
And you're not providing right now solutions. So right now, I will do so. $1,030 in favor of Mrs. Thomas. It is so ordered.
Juané and Rodriguez respect the judge's decision, and he promises to support their children. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.
उस शहर नू उजाड़ देवां जिथे तेनू कैद कीता उस जेल नू साड़ देवां जिथे तेनू कैद कीता जिथे तेनू कैद कीता उस जेल नू साड़ देवां कश्मीर दे विच जम्मू कश्मीर दे विच एक काली कानून हो गई क्यों माड़ी तकदीर हो गई मैं राज तेरे सदमे विच दुखी जम्मू कश्मीर हो गई मैं राज तेरे सदमे विच मैं राज तेरे सदमे विच दुखी जम्मू कश्मीर हो गई सच दी गवाही होवे जान भी हाजिर है शाला तेरी रिहाई होवे जान भी हाजिर है जान भी हाजिर है कदे तेरी रिहाई होवे तेरा शहर आबादो सी अल्लाह सोना रहम कर सी राजमंद की आजादो सी अल्लाह सोना रहम कर सी अल्लाह सोना रहम कर सी राजमंद की आजादो सी शहर नू उजाड़ देवां जिथे तेनू कैद कीता उस जेल नू साड़ देवां जिथे तेनू कैद कीता जिथे तेनू कैद कीता उस जेल नू साड़ देवां परेशान जिया जून हो गई जम्मू कश्मीर दे विच एक काली कानून हो गई जम्मू कश्मीर दे विच जम्मू कश्मीर दे विच एक काली कानून हो गई सच कहण वाले दी हक सच कहण वाले दी किते कदर ना रही यारो और लगदा वफादार ऐसी मेरा जिवे बलक सोना लीडर ईमानदार ऐसी मेरा जिवे बलक सोना मेरा जिवे बलक सोना लीडर ईमानदार ऐसी दुआ करदे हथ जोड़ सुने जल्दी सोना अदल करसी अल्लाह सोना अदल करसी मैं राज दिवे जीतो सी शाला हक दिवे जीतो सी उस शहर नू उजाड़ देवां जिथे तेनू कैद कीता उस जेल नू साड़ देवां जिथे तेनू कैद कीता जिथे तेनू कैद कीता उस जेल नू साड़ देवां परेशान जिया जून हो गई जम्मू कश्मीर दे विच कारी कानून हो गई जम्मू
दिल दया सोने जानिया कोई गड्डियां वे रुक गईया दिल दया सोने जानिया कोई गड्डियां वे रुक गईया हुण तेरे मिलण दिया सब आस वे मुक गईया हुण तेरे मिलण दिया सब आस वे मुक गईया दिल दया सोने जानिया हुण रात नू नी सोंदे दिल दया सोने जानिया हुण रात नू नहीं सोंदे तेरे कोलू वक्त हो के हुण लुक लुक रोंदे तेरे कोलू वक्त हो के हुण लुक लुक रोंदे दिल दया सोने जानिया कान सानू फोन कीता दिल दया सोने जानिया कान सानू फोन कीता ओदा के मेरी शकना दी मेरे जिगर दा फोन कीता लाके मेरी शकना दी मेरे जिगर दा फोन कीता दिल दया सोने जानिया क्यों साडे नाल दगा कीता दिल दया सोने जानिया क्यों साडे नाल दगा कीता पुछ दिल जख्मी कोलू तेनू किस जुदा कीता पुछ दिल जख्मी कोलू तेनू किस जुदा कीता दिल दया सोने जानिया छोड़ा नहीं से सकदा सी दिल दया सोने जानिया छोड़ा नहीं से सकदा सी तेरे कोलू दूर हो के कदे रह नहीं हो सकदा सी तेरे कोलू दूर हो के कदे रह नहीं हो सकदा सी दिल दया सोने जानिया एव छोड़ वे पै गए नी दिल दया सोने नाल जीने दे अरमान ही रह गए नी तेरे नाल जीने दे अरमान ही रह गए नी दिल दिया सोने जानिया किस्सा ही मुका सटिया दिल दिया सोने जानिया किस्सा ही मुका सटिया वो चंगे भले वसदे सां तकदीर रुला सटिया चंगे भले वसदे सां तकदीर रुला सटिया दिल दिया सोने जानिया किस्मत दे खेल होंदे दिल दिया सोने जानिया किस्मत दे खेल होंदे जिन्ना सच्चा प्यार होंदा नहीं दुनिया ते मेल होंदे जिन्ना सच्चा प्यार होंदा नहीं दुनिया ते मेल होंदे दिल दिया सोने जानिया कुछ गल्लू मजबूर होंदे दिल दिया सोने जानिया कुछ गल्लू मजबूर होंदे सुखी नहीं जावेद वेखे जड़े सज्जना तू दूर होंदे सुखी नहीं जावेद वेखे जड़े सज्जना तू दूर होंदे
बाग बहारां जिथे गुल गुलजारां जिथे बाग बहारां जिथे गुल गुलजारां जिथे जन्नत नी तस्वीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर खुद एक कमाल कुथे इसनी मिसाल कुथे खुद एक कमाल कुथे इसनी मिसाल कुथे बेमिसलो बेनजीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर ऊंचियां पहाड़ों वाला घने चनारा वाला ऊंचियां पहाड़ों वाला घने चनारा वाला ठंडियां हवावां वाला रंगली फसावां वाला हुस्न भरी जागीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर देश माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देश माड़ा कश्मीर मीठे मीठे गीत गाने पंछी परी तालाने मीठे मीठे गीत गाने पंछी परी तालाने खुलियां फजावां विच जिसनियां चावां विच होवे दिल हसीर देस माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देस माड़ा कश्मीर देस माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देस माड़ा कश्मीर जइयां सूरतां ने वफानियां मूरतां ने फुल्लां जइयां सूरतां ने वफानियां मूरतां ने जाई जाई चागतां ने जिसनियां शोरतां ने लोको आलमगीर देस माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देस माड़ा कश्मीर देस माड़ा कश्मीर सोना देस माड़ा कश्मीर वतना तू दूर हो बड़े मजबूर हो वतना तू